today we're diving into a topic that could truly transform your life. And it all starts with the smallest of actions. We're talking about micro habits. Now, you might be wondering, what are micro habits and how can something so small make a big impact? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand the power of micro habits, but you'll also have actionable steps to start implementing them in your life straight away. Micro habits are tiny, manageable actions that you can easily integrate into your daily routine. They might seem insignificant at first, but over time, they compound to create significant results. Think of them as seeds. You plant them today, and with consistent care, they grow into something much bigger. The beauty of micro habits is that they bypass the common obstacles of motivation and willpower, making it easier to stick with them long term. As the great Aristotle once said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act but a habit. This quote perfectly encapsulates the essence of micro habits, small, consistent actions that over time lead to excellence. For example, instead of trying to overhaul your entire diet, you might start by drinking an extra glass of water each day. Or instead of committing to an hour-long workout, you might start with just 5 minutes of stretching. These tiny actions are so small, you almost can't fail, but they build momentum that leads to lasting change. The secret to micro habits lies in their simplicity and consistency. When you set the bar low enough, it's easy to succeed, and that success feeds your motivation to keep going. Over time, these micro habits become second nature, and that's when the magic happens. They snowball into larger habits, leading to the massive results we all desire. The reason why most people fail with big resolutions or goals is that they bite off more than they can chew. They rely heavily on motivation, which, let's be honest, comes and goes. But with micro habits, you're setting yourself up for small wins every day, and those wins build up. So how do you identify the right micro habits for you? Start by looking at the areas in your life where you want to see change. It could be health, productivity, relationships, or even personal growth. Then break down the larger goal into its smallest possible components. Let's say your goal is to get fit. Instead of diving headfirst into an intense workout regime, start with something small, like a 5-minute stretch every morning. It's easy to do, requires minimal effort, and you're more likely to stick with it. Over time, as that stretch becomes a part of your routine, you can build on it, maybe by adding a quick jog or a set of push-ups. Or if your goal is to read more, start by reading just 1 page before bed. That's it, just 1 page. Once it becomes a habit, you'll likely find yourself naturally wanting to read more. One of the best examples of the power of micro habits comes from the legendary author Stephen King. King has written more than 60 novels, many of which have become bestsellers, and his secret? A simple micro habit that he's maintained for decades. Stephen King writes at least 1,000 words every single day without exception. He doesn't focus on writing an entire book in one sitting. Instead, he focuses on hitting that small daily word count. That's his micro habit. Even when he's on vacation or having a tough day, he sits down and writes those 1,000 words. Over time, those small daily increments add up to a full novel every few months. King's commitment to this micro habit has made him one of the most prolific authors of our time. As Bruce Lee famously said, long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity. King's success is a testament to this. By consistently writing a little each day, he has achieved extraordinary results over time. Staying consistent with micro habits can sometimes be tricky, especially when life gets busy. But there are a few powerful strategies you can use to make sure your micro habits stick and become a natural part of your daily life. First, attach your micro habit to an existing habit. This is known as habit stacking. The idea here is to link your new habit to something that you already do every day. For example, if you want to start meditating but struggle to find the time or remember to do it, try stacking it onto your morning routine. So right after you brush your teeth in the morning, take 5 minutes to meditate. By connecting your new habit to an established one, you create a natural trigger that makes it easier to remember and perform a new action. Another example could be drinking more water. If you already have a routine of making, say, coffee each morning, stack your new habit onto that one. After I make my morning coffee, I'll drink a glass of water. Over time, this repetition will embed the new habit into your routine, making it almost automatic. Second, keep track of your progress. Tracking your progress is a simple but powerful way to stay motivated, especially in the early stages of forming a new habit. Whether you use a simple checklist, a habit tracking app, or just mark off each successful day on a calendar, visually tracking your progress helps create a sense of accomplishment. When you see your streak growing, it taps into a don't break the chain mindset. You become more motivated, say, to keep going because you essentially don't want to interrupt your progress. It's a form of positive reinforcement that keeps your micro habit alive. There are plenty of apps like Habitica or Streaks that make tracking fun and easy, but even a simple journal can do the trick. Each time you check off your habit, you get a small boost of satisfaction that encourages you to keep going. And third, celebrate small wins. It's important to acknowledge and celebrate every time you complete your micro habit, no matter how small it seems. This doesn't have to be anything elaborate. A simple, well done to yourself can be incredibly effective. Recognizing these small victories reinforces the habit loop: cue, routine, and reward, making it more likely that you'll stick with your habit. For example, after completing your daily micro habit, give yourself a small reward. It could be as simple as a short break, piece of chocolate, or a few minutes doing something you enjoy. The key is to create a positive association with the habit, so your brain starts to link the completion of the habit with a feeling of satisfaction. You might also consider setting up a reward system for longer streaks. Maybe after 30 consecutive days of maintaining your micro habit, treat yourself to something special like a nice dinner or a new book. Sharing your progress with friends, family, or even an online community can also provide extra motivation and encouragement. By using these strategies, habit stacking, tracking your progress, and celebrating small wins, you'll find it much easier to stick to your micro habits and enjoy watching them grow into powerful routines that drive real change in your life. Remember, it's these small, consistent actions that lay the foundation for significant personal transformation. Remember, the journey to big change doesn't always require big steps. Sometimes it's the small, consistent actions that lead to the most profound transformations. So start today. Pick one micro habit that aligns with your goals and commit to it. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve over time. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on living your best life. Let me know in the comments which micro habit you're going to start with. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm Dr. Rakish Rana, the Clear Coach.